welcome to this video where I'll share with you my winter knitting plans. My name is Maya and I'm coming to you from the French-speaking part of Switzerland where I live with my gecko. I hope you all had a nice and fulfilling Christmas season or whatever you might be celebrating. I hope you're having a great time during the holidays. I am, because I have been doing my winter knitting plans and just trying out to match each pattern I would like to make in the future with what I have in my stash, and it's just something I love to do. So it's been fun during the last few days, and yeah, today I just wanted to talk about that, so my plans for the next 3 months, so January, February and March. And I also wanted to come back on my fall plans because I am very curious to see what I managed to do in the plans. Did I stick to them or did I completely go off track? I just find it super satisfying to cross out stuff in the list, and yeah, I'm just curious to see what I managed to get done. And I've been thinking about how I was doing my plans and everything, and I watched a video from aka Nora Knits, which I love by the way, and she was talking about the fact that when she plans out her knitting, she was doing more like a shopping list that she can choose from, and not necessarily like plans that are set in stone and that she needs to stick to, and if she doesn't do something in the list, it's a failure. And yeah, I just feel related to this way of thinking in the way that I don't want to feel stuck because of what I have planned, and I don't want to have any negative feelings towards my knitting, and I don't want to feel like I missed something or I like failed to do something or beat myself up because I don't do everything in the list. I just don't want that. But I also want to give myself the possibility to choose from different projects which one I want to do in this particular moment, because right now it's the 27th of December and I have no idea what I will want to cast on the 1st of March. So there's no point in trying to be too precise with my plans. So what I would like to do is the same as Nora did for her own plans, and also the same thing I did for the fall plans without really realizing it, is actually I want to do a big list of all the things I would like to make, maybe, and when the time comes I can just pick in the list what I would like to do. And I really need to have a written down the list of everything I want to do, because if I don't do that, it happens all the time. Like when I'm not at home or I'm just too lazy to take out my phone to check the list, I'm like, I know there's something I really wanted to do and I really needed to do because like someone asked me, or I have promised something to someone, or it's a design or something like that, and I'm thinking hard and I cannot remember for the life of me what I was supposed to do, and I knew I had to cast on something specific but I can't remember, and then I take out the list and I'm like, oh yes. And yeah, my brain is too how do you say that? Unreliable? Is that a word? For me to only count on him. So I need the list, I need the written down list, and I need a list big enough for me to choose whatever I want to make in a given time. So that's the plan, and that's why you're gonna see a lot more patterns or plans in this video than I will be about to do in the next 3 months. Because I'm not planning to do everything at all, but I think maybe half of the plans should be doable. And I will also insert some honorable mentions of stuff I know I won't do, but I still like to put it in there just to remember that I want to do them and not forget about them, and maybe I can save them for next year or something when I come back to this list and I do the plans for next year. When fall comes, they are there and I can be sure I'm not gonna forget. So, as I quickly mentioned, everything I planned uses stash yarn for my stash, except one project. that I need to buy yarn for, but I don't know yet what, so I will buy that later on in the winter. And this means that I should not, if everything goes well, I should not buy any yarn during the spring, no, the winter. And I am not really doing a yarn ban or anything like that. I don't want to, again, for the same reason I don't want to have a set in stone winter plans. I don't want to have a set in stone rule that I cannot buy yarn. So if I want to buy yarn, I will. But I would like to try to see if I can not buy yarn. Just curious. Can I or can I not? We will see. Because my stash is not huge. I have 2 boxes like this. This is my, those are the leftovers. It's kind of full, and then I have another one that's full, the same. No, it's full more of full skeins, like that. And then I have another big box full of my unspun yarns, knitted in, and then some bits and bobs here and there, but not much, and that's it. So it's not massive, but I would like to use up what I have, because I love everything in my stash. And also, having leftovers or just yarns without plans stresses me out, and I don't want stress in my life. So I'm just planning for what I have. And yeah, we will see at the end of the winter if I manage to not buy yarn or not. I am just waiting on one pre-order. I have 3 skeins coming, and I have plans for all 3 of them that I'm gonna mention. Regarding the logistics, I will write the name of everything I mentioned on the screen, so the designer's name and the pattern's name, and I won't write the yarn's name or the size range, because that's too much. And I find if there is too much information on the screen or I say too much things, it gets super annoying. At least me, when I watch a video like that, I hate it. When the person is like, this fits a bust up to 81.5 centimeters and, or 157 centimeters and 31.25 inch and 60.5 inch. I'm like, what? I just hate that. So if you want those kind of information, it's in the description box, everything is down there. But I won't clog the space of this video with those kind of info, because it's not relevant to most people, and if you want to have the info, it's here. You just need to go and get it yourself. Regarding the size range, I just wanted to mention that not all the patterns I am planning to make, I mean the garment patterns, are size inclusive, but if they are not, it's only shy a few centimeters or maybe 1 or 2 inches. It's not like massive. I decided to not be too hard on myself with the patterns I choose, because first, the whole size inclusivity talk, I fully stand behind that, okay? I think size inclusive is very important, and I think we should all really pay attention to that. That's not what I'm talking about. What I want to say is that the arbitrary threshold of like 60 inches or 152 centimeters is arbitrary. Who decided on that? Why is it not going higher or lower? Because there are still people that have a bust that's bigger than that. So yeah, it's kind of coming out of thin air for me, so I'm not really sure we should decide that a pattern is not size inclusive because it's a 1/4 inch smaller than 60 inches. That feels very weird to me, because a 1/4 inch is like, when you have that many stitches on your needles, you can have this difference just with the gauge difference. It's like, yeah, it feels super weird to me. And also because even if my bust circumference is usually in the size range of most patterns, it doesn't mean that the patterns fit me, and I can actually never, or very very rarely, maybe 1 out of 10 times, I can knit a pattern without doing any modifications, because if I just knit as is, it doesn't fit me. Because bust is not the only thing that makes something size inclusive, and it's something that's completely overlooked in the whole talk about size inclusivity. I mean, not completely, some people talk about that, but not a lot. And I find it a little bit almost hypocrite to say that a pattern is necessarily good for everyone and size inclusive just because the bust goes up to 60 inches or 62 inches. And yeah, because I cannot fit in this pattern, even though it is supposed to be size inclusive. So I had to learn to modify everything to fit me, even though I am supposed to not have issues. So yeah, this concept has its limit. I think it's a good thing, it's an excellent step forward, and I think we should all stand behind that because it's important, but it's not enough. And that's why when I need patterns for myself, I decided to not be too hard on the actual threshold of the size range of the patterns, and if it's shy 1 or 2 centimeters or a few inches, it's okay. I will still pick it and I will still knit it because I will have to modify it anyway, and if I was outside of the size range, I would have to learn how to modify it exactly the same way, if not easier than what I have to do to make a pattern fit me. So that's why. However, I will not pick patterns that are like ridiculously not size inclusive, like only goes up to 120 centimeters bust. That's just dumb. So I don't pick those. But yeah, I just wanted to be very clear about that. So the size ranges are all written down in the description if you're curious. And also, I don't want this video to be like 2 hours long, and if I have to say out loud all the size ranges and all the yarn that I'm planning to use, it will be boring and too long, so I won't. What I will mention, however, is what I'm wearing. So this is the Woodruff Turtleneck by Celine Phaeton, which is an absolutely amazing pattern because first it's size inclusive in the size range regard, but also you can mix and match cross shoulders with bust size, which means for myself I knit I think size 8 for the cross shoulders and size 2 for the bust, and you can also choose the bicep circumference, and I did size 4. That's not true at all because this pattern is designed to have negative ease all over but positive ease in the arms, and I didn't like the look of negative positive, so I actually did my own thing for the arms. But other than that, it's a really lovely pattern and it's super helpful when you are off the charts like I am, because you can mix and match the sizes, and that's how I can get this excellent fit around my shoulders. Alright, that's what I'm wearing, and yeah, I think that's it. So let me jump straight into the first part, which is how well did I stick to my fall plans? Fall plans that were again quite loose and more like a shopping list I could pick from. I didn't do that on purpose, but I just had too many things I planned, and I realized when I was thinking back on my knitting journey of the past season that whenever I wanted to cast on something, I was just taking out the list and choosing from the list, and it was nice. So let's see what I decided to pick. I will put on the screen all... No, first I had 3 categories. The first one was like garments, sweaters and tees. The second one was blankets and rugs. And the third one was accessories. So I will go through each category. The first one being sweaters and tees, as I mentioned, and I'm gonna put on the screen all the plans I had for the fall. And let's see which one I did. So the first one, the Maxine sweater, it was a test for Laura Penrose and I did do it. I think it's my favorite make. I just wear it all the time, I really love it. It's absolutely amazing. And I finished the Harmony jacket I was doing for my dad, which is a design by me. So I finished that one, and I forgot to put in the plans that I wanted to do one for myself, I think. Or did I? I don't remember, but I have cast it on. It's here. It's my own version. So this is going to transfer into the winter plans, so I need to finish that this season. I did the Roadtrip Shacket. I finished it and it's currently in testing. It's a pattern by myself as well. I have the Melon Sweater, which I talked about for the first time. I shared the name for the first time in the latest podcast episode. And I have the swatch here. I have the other swatches, but they are drying and they are pinned down to the board, so I cannot really take them up. But yeah, it's this guy. So it's using a slip stitch motif with 2 colors. You can see the striping here. And it's a contiguous shoulder construction, and I consider I have cast it on because I finished my swatches and I just need to cast on. But I have swatched, so I guess the project is already started. So I have definitely not finished it, but I have at least started. And then I have the camisole number 9 by My Favorite Things Knitwear that I have the yarn for. They were the only skins that were not in the box. So I'm planning to use this magnificent red by Explorer Knits. I was planning to... No, I was hesitant to cast it on for the Christmas cast on because... Hello! But I ended up not, because I had another one that I will be showing later that took this place. However, I think this might be a New Year cast on. Someone suggested I do that in the comments, so maybe. But yeah, anyway, I haven't done it during the fall. And then I have the rest I haven't cast on. But all of them are going to transfer into the winter plans, so I will talk about them later. Then we go into the blanket and rugs category, and in this one I have the Arctic morning blanket that I haven't touched. Because right before the fall, during summer, I knit a lot on it and then I kind of burnt out, and I have done 29 hexes and they are all, I mean they are different motifs, but it's always you're knitting a color work hexie, and I was just tired. I don't have second sock syndrome, but I have 30th hexie syndrome. So yeah, I just didn't want to knit on that, and I don't think I will touch it in the winter, but it's gonna be in the winter plans anyway. Whatever. I then wanted to knit a blanket using my New Zealand leftovers. Haven't done that, and I'm not even sure I will put it in the winter plans. I will have to decide in 10 minutes when I get there. And then I had the rug in crochet jasmine stitch, which I have done, but I'm not gonna show you because it's a rug and I have my feet on there every day, so it's kind of gross, but I have done it. And I have the jasmine pumpkin, which is there. Why is it there? I have done it. It's extremely cute and I'm very proud of it. So yeah, that plan was made. Next, into the accessories. So I had a lot of plans and I did most of them. I had 3 Harmony shawlets that I wanted to do and I did all 3 of them. I had 2 Harmony cowls and I did all 2 of them. Both of them are designs by me, by the way. They were released in November. And then I wanted to do another cowl, the Thistle Thorn by Lavanya Patricella. And I haven't done that because I had already knit 2 cowls and I don't need more. I mean, actually I had knit 3. Because I had also planned brioche cowl using yarns from a friend's farm that he had gifted to me, so very, very local. And I did that. So I had 3 new cowls and I didn't knit another one. So I didn't do the Thistle Thorn. And I don't plan to have it transferred to the winter plans. I don't need it. Then I had the colorwork mittens, which I haven't done, but I really want to. But I don't know what yarn to use, which is mostly the reason why I haven't cast them on. And the last one is the Muscle Bro hat by Isolde Tig, and I have cast it on. Yes! And this was my Christmas cast on, because it felt really festive. I'm gonna finish it this week, I guess, so that's gonna transfer into the winter plans, but it will be finished really soon. And yeah, so that's it for my fall plans. So I did do quite a lot of things, but I also had planned way too many, so there was no chance I could do everything, but I'm pretty happy about what I did. I forgot something. I wanted to show you my knitting journal, because some people asked me in the comments to show it again, because I was doing some reviews? No, whatever. I was showing it sometimes because I was doing monthly planning, but I stopped. It wasn't serving and I was doing it to procrastinate mainly, and then I stopped having the need to procrastinate, so I stopped doing it. So I'm not really planning monthly my knitting makes anymore. However, what I did do is fall plans. I did write up my fall plans in there, so I'm just going to show you the spread I did. Pretty chaotic. I used to be very perfectionist about the way I'm doing my spreads, and a lot of them are absolute work of arts, not in this journal but in another one that's bigger, and I cannot really show you because there are pretty like personal stuff in there, but I can be pretty epic when I do my journaling thing. So I tried to be very basic in this one to not lose too much time. So that's why it's a little bit ugly. But yeah, that was my makes, and I just put a little sticker whenever I did knit one of the plants. And as you can tell, half of them are made. I just put a sticker in the Melon Sweater, even though I haven't really done it. So it's a little bit less than half. However, for example, those two, they are 3 pieces of each. So those two are actually 5 makes, not 2. So yeah, I just wanted to show that again. Because some of you asked, and I haven't done the winter ones yet. It's still empty, and I will see if I do it. It was nice to have the actual paper thing, but I can only fit the sweaters and tees and accessories in there, so I cannot put everything, which is annoying, because I still need to refer to another list if I want to have the whole thing. So I don't know, but that's my knitting journal. That's not really getting used anymore. Unfortunately. That's it for the fall, and then we're gonna talk about the actual winter plans. And I don't have a ton of new stuff. Most of the pattern I'm gonna talk about I have already talked about in the fall plans, but that was 3 months ago, so I guess most of you have forgotten everything about that, so I hope it's fine. And also most of you are probably new faces, because apparently YouTube says that half of the viewer of each video is new viewer, which I find interesting. So hello to all the new faces around here. And yeah, I hope this video will be not too redundant for the other ones. So for the first category, again I have 3 categories. I have garments, so sweaters and tees, accessories, and then random stuff like blankets, rugs, and all of that. So let's start with the sweaters, cardigans, and tees. The first one is, as I mentioned, the Harmony jacket for my size that I need to finish. I am done with the yoke, I have joined it around, I have started the pockets. This is the front of one pocket here, it's separated. And then I have the sleeves, the neckline, and the zipper to install. But yeah, that's coming along nicely. It's a big gauge, it's on 5mm needle, so it's going pretty fast. And then I have the Melon Sweater that I mentioned, this guy, that I have already cast on, so I haven't already cast on, I have swatched. I need to cast on, but I need to finish that. I think that's everything I need to finish. Yes. So all the other ones are gonna be new cast on. I forgot something. I'm filming this at the end, but I forgot something. The Melon Sweater, I am planning one in long sleeves, but since it's a spring-summer pattern, I would like to make a short sleeve version using yarn that I don't have yet. So I lied before when I said only one project doesn't have yarn, because this one doesn't either. I would need... I'm not sure I can make it work with 2 skeins, so maybe I might need 4, which is super annoying because I need 1 in each color. But I hope I can make it work with 2 skeins, we shall see. But that's coming. And the Melon Sweater is not coming out until April, something like that, so it's not for right now. But I think in March or something I will need to cast this guy on. So it's for the end of the winter, but it's definitely in the plans. Okay, I'll let you go back to present Maya. So as I mentioned, I have the camisole number 9 using this amazing red yarn. I absolutely need that guy, so I really need to get going on it. And then I have a series of t-shirts and like sleeveless camisoles, because same as this one, I really need them. I have, during the summer, I have done a review of all my summer knits, and I have given away or given the opportunity to claim all the tops that were not fitting, itchy, or that I just didn't like. Which are perfectly valid garments, but I just couldn't wear them for various reasons. And I have sent away probably 10, I think, for free. And I just feel so much better that I don't have them in my closet anymore. It's just a weight off my shoulders and it feels so good. But I was still wearing some of them because I had to, because I had no other garments to wear. But now I have given them away and I haven't replaced them. So it's kind of a struggle to get dressed because I don't have a lot of clothes left. Especially layering pieces for winter. So I bought quite some fingering weight yarns to knit myself tees, t-shirts or sleeveless camisole so that I can wear under my sweaters in the winter or just wear as t-shirts as I want. So that's what's coming. The first one is the Moonset tee, as I mentioned earlier. I have the yarn for it. It's somewhere. It's this one. It's knitting for olive cotton merino. I have 3 balls and I had originally planned to make a camisole number 9, but this one is ever so slightly itchy when it's negative is. If it's positive is it's fine, but just close to my body it's a little bit itchy. And also it doesn't have enough memory. I think there is too much cotton in it. It's kind of weird because there is not enough cotton to be soft, but there is too much cotton to have enough elasticity, memory. So I really don't want to have a negative ease garment with that. So that's why I decided on the Moonset. Because I had knit myself a Moonset tee, which is absolutely lovely, like it's a gorgeous garment, but I used the yarn that's super itchy, like really, even with positive ease, it was impossible. I was still wearing it because it was beautiful, but yeah, I sent it away to someone who is super happy to have it and it fits her so well and it's better like that. But I want another one for myself. So that's the plan for this yarn. And then I want Sassy Classy Crop top by Ann Kathrin Stoll. And for this one I want to use this, which is also by Explorer Knits. And it's a slightly variegated yarn, and I think with ribbing it's beautiful. And this is a cashmere blend, so it has a little bit of drape, and it's gonna be perfect for this garment because it has a little bit of excess fabric at the neckline here, and it's like drapes in a very nice way, and I think it's gonna be beautiful with this one. And I also want to make the tee number 1 by My Favorite Things Knitwear using this beautiful yarn that's very drapey. That's 75% silk, 25% linen, so really that's the most drapiest thing ever. And I think it will be absolutely gorgeous in this oversized t-shirt. And then, okay, this is a big one. I would like to make the Tonight top by Lily Kate France, but I want to make it into a dress. I really want to do it. I have 4 skeins of this, which is it's a superwash merino, 100% merino. So since it's superwash, it has a little bit more drape than a non-superwash would. And I think for a dress it's gonna be gorgeous. And I really like the Tonight tops fit over the top. And I can just do gentle increases on the body to have a slight A-line shape. And I think into a dress it's gonna be magnificent. And I really love this color. I don't think it suits me, but I don't care. This colorway is Frost, and I mentioned I had 3 skeins coming. I bought this last year, and I love this color so much that I bought 3 extra skeins of the same colorway. I have 1 skein in Rambouillet worsted, which is very very soft because I have knit something using the Rambouillet... No, I have bought Rambouillet DK because I have knit something using Rambouillet worsted, and it's very very soft, like super super soft. And I would like to try to make a hat with the Rambouillet DK, which is coming later in the accessories. And I have also 2 skeins of non-superwash. This is superwash, and I have bought 2 skeins of non-superwash to make another camisole similar to the camisole number 9, not the same pattern but something in the same vein. Probably the one by Other Loops with the cables in the front. The twist loop top, I think? Probably. And then I also have 2 skeins. This is a non-superwash base of Woolberry. It's actually the same base as this one, but it's another colorway. This one is Cloud Forest. Can you tell I love blue? I have a problem with blue. I just love it. Yeah, so this is Cloud Forest. It's a lighter shade. This one is cooler, more lavender, this one is more light blue. And also it's slightly variegated. I don't think you can really pick up, but there are darker spots. I don't think you can really see it. I think you can see better in the other skin here. There is a little bit of variegation. Can you even tell? I don't think you can. Anyway, it's slightly variegated, it's beautiful. And with this one, again, I would like to make a close-fitting camisole, and I think I will do the mixed rib cami by Florence Miller, handmade by Florence. I'm not sure I will do necessarily, no, not this one, those patterns for these yarns specifically. I may mix and match the patterns with the yarn, but I have 3 top quantities of non-superwash yarns that will be perfect for layering camisoles, and I want to make 3 because I need 3. I really need them. Now, getting back into the sweaters, it's not really a sweater, but I have, as I mentioned, I have finished my Roadtrip Shacket, which is a big oversized shirt jacket style garment with a texture on the yoke, and I had a vision of it with the short sleeves as a short sleeves shirt, and I think it will be amazing for summer. So I would like to knit that, but the gauge uses a pretty chunky yarn. It's a 16 stitch gauge, so it's Aran weight, and I need to find an Aran weight yarn that's summer appropriate, so a wool and cotton blend, or just cotton. And I have some ideas, but I'm not sure yet, so I still need to source that yarn. So this is the only plant that I don't have the yarn for yet. But the pattern will be released like beginning of March, and I just want to cast on maybe mid-February, beginning of February, so I still have time to decide on what yarn I'm gonna use. But yeah, that's coming for later on, and I'm super excited. Alright, and the next sweater, I have this yarn since forever. This was gifted by my brother because he bought a gift card. I asked for a gift card, and I bought 4 skeins of Suri. It's my first time buying Suri, and I really want to make myself an all Suri sweater, like hold 3 strands together. This is also the color Cloud Forest, by the way, again by Woolberry. It's the same color as this one, and you can see the variegation here a little bit better. And I would like to do the Lakes pullover. Can you tell I love saddle shoulders? I have so many saddle shoulders planned. I would do the Lakes pullover holding this triple to have a super lightweight and super warm sweater. It's gonna be amazing. And I really want to cast it on. It's been, I think, 2 years since I have this in my stash, and I really want it. I really think I won't be able to cast it on this winter, but I still hope I will. And it's still in the plans. The last plan is a mashup. Again, I don't think I will be able to cast it on. It's kind of wishful thinking, but I'm putting it there so that next year, when I come back to my plans and I do the fall plans, I have this list and I can see the pattern and I can remember I want to cast this on. So the last one is a mashup of the I say that in French. Constellation sweater by Ozetta, which has this very beautiful shoulder detail. I think it's a contiguous shoulder construction. It's gorgeous, I really love it. And I would like to mash up this part with the bottom of the Yoga Winter Sweater by Neringa Luke. I'm sorry. Because this one has the absolutely gorgeous detail on the hem with the decreases, and it makes the hem fit in. I don't know. I mean, I just love this detail. It's beautiful, and I think it will go so well with the detail on the shoulder of the Constellation sweater. I think mashing the two of them together would be beautiful. And I would love to do that. However, I don't have the yarn for it. I have an idea, but I don't have it. And it's very unlikely that I will cast this on, because I don't think I will have the time, and I don't think I will want to buy yarn. So maybe next year. That's all for the sweaters and tees. I don't know, I clicked on something. No, come back. Okay, that's all for the sweaters and tees. It's a lot, I know it, but I'm very curious to know which ones of the list I'm gonna do. I mean, there are some I'm pretty sure, like the ones I have already cast on, or the ones that are for designs that I'm gonna publish. Of course I'm gonna do them, but among the other ones, I would like to know the future and just see in advance which ones I'm gonna do. I'm just curious. Alright, next we have the accessories category. So in this one I have... the first one is actually a work in progress that I'm almost done with. It's a pair of vanilla kite heel sock. It's designed by Celine Phaeton, and it's a type of heel that I really love because it has just two gussets, like increase gusset, decrease gusset, and then one set of short rolls, and then you're done. Love it. Super easy. Those are not for me, they are very big. And I'm almost done with the second sock. I'm halfway through the foot, and then I have the toes, and then it's done. So that will be finished pretty quickly. And I'm gonna talk later what I'm gonna do with the leftovers because I already have plans. I hate leftovers. Okay, the next one is a funny one. It's related to socks, but it's not socks. Let me explain. I have very sensitive feet on all the levels. Like, some people can feel the pearl bumps on the sole of their foot when they walk. I am one of them. Like, wearing hand-knit socks hurts if I walk for a while wearing them. And I know you can do princess sole when you do reverse stockinette for the bottom of the foot. That's annoying. I could knit all my socks like reverse inside out, I guess, but it's not as pretty. I don't really like the look of reverse stockinette outside. So that's the first issue. Second issue is that my feet, when they are cold, we're getting pretty intimate here. I hope you're ready. When my feet are cold, they get sweaty. But in this weird way where you feel like moisture, but it's cold and it makes you colder and colder because it's humid and you just want to warm up, but you can't because it's cold, and yeah, I hate it. And when I'm wearing like commercial socks like these, where I have a cute little bear, I don't know if you can see him, but yeah. When I wear commercial socks, my feet are not sweaty, they are just cold, but it's fine. But when I wear hand knit socks in wool, it doesn't matter if it's superwash, not superwash, nylon, no nylon, I have tried everything. And it's actually worse when it's a non-superwash 100% wool. My feet are super sweaty and it's like, ugh, it's so icky, I hate it. And it's not like a psychological thing where I am convincing myself that it's like that, because at the beginning, when I started knitting socks for myself, I was wearing them, I was absolutely convinced it was better for me, but the reality was that it was not, and I didn't want to accept it, so I continued knitting myself socks, and I continued to wear them, and every time I wore them, I was even colder than with normal socks, and it was feeling so in my shoes, and yeah, the experience was horrible. And I continued wearing them for like 2 years until I finally accepted the reality, which is that hand-knit socks, be it superwash, non-superwash, 100% wool, nylon, non-nylon, whatever, it's just not a nice experience for me. It's just, I don't like it. Which is a shame, because now I have quite a lot of hand-knit socks, and I just don't like to wear them. Sometimes I do, I force myself to, because I have them and it's a shame. But yeah, every time I do that, the whole day is just me thinking about my feet that are sweaty and sticky and... So, I don't want to make myself more hand-knit socks. However, I have an issue. I have a pair of blunt stones. I totally caved in because of social media, because everyone, especially in the whole knitting Instagram, were buying blunt stones and is absolutely in love with them, and they are the best shoes ever, and they last a lifetime, and they're amazing, they are warm, they are hard wearing, they are beautiful. So I was like, I want a pair of blunt stones too. So I bought a pair. I have just a basic black pair of blunt stones, and they are nice. They are really nice. They are comfortable, they are hard wearing, they are warm, so excellent shoes. However, Do you remember I said that I can feel the pearl bumps on the back of my foot? That means I have very sensitive skin in general, in all my body. My mom has always called me the princess and the pea because I can just feel everything. Everywhere, I just feel it. And the back of bloodstones have the leather coming up here, and there is the edge of the leather here. That's kind of raw. And this, when I walk, and I don't have anything, like I don't have a sock that's high enough, this cuts into my calf so bad that I start bleeding in 5 minutes. I'm not kidding. When I go out, I did that a few times, like I just go and walk to the climbing gym. It's 10 minutes walk, and in the middle of the walk, I start bleeding. It just cuts into my skin. I don't think it's this particular shoe that has a fabrication issue or a default, or I don't know how you say that, because it doesn't feel particularly bad. It's pretty soft. It's just me and my skin. And it's so disappointing because of course those were expensive, but also I don't have a lot of pants that I can really stick inside this because this is pretty tight, and I don't have a lot of socks that are high enough because I only wear short socks. And even my higher socks, they just stop here. And they just don't protect my calf from this. They are just too short. And I don't want to buy an army of socks just for winter that I can wear only with this. It's dumb because it's not my only pair of shoes, and I don't want to buy like 10 pairs of socks just when I wear them. I wear a lot of ties, yes, so that's fine, but not always. And whatever. It's so complicated. So what I'm planning to do regarding knitting is to use my socks leftovers. So for example, those. My leftovers, to knit the smallest, itsy bittiest leg warmers. Like, I just want to knit the leg of a sock, just this part, just this long. I stop just before the heel, so that I can put that on my calf, on my ankle, and have it protect my skin from the back of the shoe. And since it's not under my feet, I don't need to change it every day like I do with my socks. And I can have like 1 or 2 pair that can last me a week each, I don't know, and then I'm good and I can wear my bloodstones without bleeding every time I wear them. So I would love to do that using my leftovers. However, I don't think I will do it using this yarn, because if I want this mini leg warmer to be wearable with everything in my closet, I need it to be pretty, how do you say, oh, what's the word? Neutral. I need it to be neutral. And since my bloodstones are black, I probably need it to be black. I don't have black yarns. And I don't really think I want to use an itchy non-spore wash yarn, because it's gonna be itchy. My ankles are super sensitive. So I will probably need to find a solution for that. I don't know yet, but I would really need to do that because I don't wear those shoes because they hurt. And they were expensive, and I need them. Okay, that's it. Next. I have quite a lot of leftovers from my Melon Sweater test knit. I have one on the half bowl. This is half empty. And I have this that I bought, but it wasn't the right color. And then I have this that I bought to replace this that was too light to do the color work, but I have quite some leftovers. And then I have this, which is leftover from another project. So I have a lot of grey, darker grey and burgundy in fingering weight, and I think that's it. Yes. And I would like to make something with them because they are stressing me out. All those leftovers. And I think I have enough to knit myself a shawl. I have one fingering weight shawl and I wear it all the time. It's just amazing. I just love fingering weight, is my jam. I have mostly shown fingering weight yarns until now. I just love it. And I have knit myself shawls in DK or heavier, and I don't wear them as much because they are too heavy, too bulky, too annoying, and wearing them is one thing, but then when I get into a place and I take it off, it's like I don't know where to put it. If it's too big, I don't know how to store it. And what I like to do is to stick my shawl inside the sleeve of my coat, and if the shawl is too big, I can do that. So I would like another fingering weight shawl, and I have all those leftovers and random balls, and I would like to make one of those brioche and garter shawls. There are a ton of them out there. I haven't picked the pattern yet, but I'm thinking maybe I really love the All About That Brioche shawl by Maliha Design, I think. It's super easy and super simple design, but I love it, and I really love the way it hangs on the body. I think it's beautiful, and it's probably a case where simpler the better, but I think I have too much yarn, but I can easily modify it. So maybe this one, or an Andrea Mari shawl, one of those that mix garter and brioche. I don't know, but I would really want to make that. The fingering weight shawl I mentioned, is blue and grey. So it's nice for everything that's blue in my wardrobe, which is a lot, but I would like to have something in burgundy, because the other half of my wardrobe is burgundy, mainly. And then we have another honorable mention, because I don't think I will cast this one on, but I really want to, but I don't think I will. Let me explain. I have this skein. This is Biche et Bûche Le Lamb's Wool, and the colorway is beautiful. It's bleu verdou, and it's like a heathered blue with, hello, yeah, with like specks of pink, and it looks like a mother of pearl colorway. It's absolutely gorgeous. I really love it. And I think paired with the neutral, I have quite some black left from another test knit I did. It's not black, it's gris très foncé, which is very dark grey. And I think paired together, it will highlight the heathered color of this one. And I think in color work, they will be beautiful. And also I have this, and it's stressing me out. I bought it because it was beautiful without having a plans. And I don't know what to do with it. So I need a color work pattern to use them. And I have I think 3 of the black and only 1 of this, which is a very odd amount. So either I can buy 2 more of this and have 3 and 3, and I can make a huge colorwork project. I am thinking one of the mystery knit-alongs from Yarn Flakes, Audrey Borrego. She has those beautiful cowls. The mystery knit-along relies in the motif of the colorwork, and each week I think it happens in October or November, I don't know, in the fall. Each week she releases a new clue where you basically have a colorwork chart and you knit in the round for the cowl. And at the end of the 5 weeks, you join everything in the round. I mean, you sew the cast on edge with the live stitches of the end, and you have a circle, a cowl, and beautiful. They are all absolutely amazing, but my favorite one is the Dédale. I just love the way the motifs are intricate within each other and they cross the borders, and it's beautiful. I really love it and I really want to make it. So if I buy 2 more of this and I have 3 and 3, I think I can. It's a worsted weight yarn and the patterns are in fingering, but it's a cowl. I don't care about the gauge. So I can knit like a gigantic piece and just not close it off and have it as a scarf, like a worsted weight scarf, which would be super cool, I think. And I've been thinking about this for months and months, and I cannot take this idea out of my mind. I really want to make it. But I already have a scarf, a colorwork scarf. It's very similar. Actually, I have maybe a picture, and I never wear it. It's soft, it's quite soft. It's using leftovers from the fingering weight shawl I mentioned earlier. It's a little bit itchy, but it's okay. It's not... I can survive. It's itchy, but whatever. It's super nice, and I knit it because I wanted to have a super warm but thin scarf. So it's 4 layers because it's colorwork and it's in the round. So it's 4 layers of fingering weight thread. I wear it like twice around my neck, and then I cross it over the front like that, and then I have my big winter coat, usually my ski coat, and then I close it until the top, and it's thin enough for me to close the ski coat, which is pretty small around the neck because it's a ski coat. And it's perfect to go below that. But I don't go skiing anymore, so I never wear it. And I know if I need the worsted weight version, it's gonna be completely different in the whole vibe. So there is a chance I might wear it more, but also there is a chance I will never wear it. So I'm not sure it's a good idea or not. So I don't know what I should do, but it's a plan that I would like to maybe realize someday. The next colorwork thing is a pair of colorwork mittens. It's been a dream knit of mine for a while, and I really love the Songbird mittens by Erika Heuser. And they are lovely, they are so cute. I really want them. But first, I don't have yarn for them, and I will probably use leftovers. But the current leftovers I don't have anything that would work well for them. So I need to knit something more to have new leftovers that I can use for this project. Probably, by the way, the leftovers of the grey and black shawl, because it would be super cool to have a pair of mittens that are coordinating with the shawl. Battery change. And also, I am not even sure I would use mittens because I have had pairs of mittens in my life, but they always, like, I'm all happy to put them on when I leave the house, and I'm like, oh, my hands are all warm and toasty. And 2 minutes later I just take them off because I want to, like, use my keys or take out my phone or something, and then I just never put them on again because I need my hands. So I'll probably need to make them into convertible mittens, the one where you can remove the top. But yeah, I'm not even sure I would need that, so I kind of want to knit it just because I want to join in the mitten fun, but I'm not sure. The last thing is the musselburgh hat I mentioned earlier. Just need to finish it. As you can see, I have a hole here. That's because I have trouble with my hair. I don't like wearing hats with my hair down like that, because then when I turn my hair just gets into a tangled mess, and then I cannot brush them, and it's an absolute pain. So I did this hole so that I can do my hair into a ponytail, and I can feed the ponytail through the hole at the top of the hat. Even though this is a musselburgh, so you might know it's like a gigantic tube, and you just fold it in half. And I just need to do the same hole on the other half when I decrease. I just stop before the end, and then I can just have the 2 holes in front of the other and head my ponytail through the whole thing. It might look super weird, and I'm still not convinced it's gonna be an acceptable look and I will be able to pull it off, but we will see. We won't know until I do it. Yeah, so I need to finish that one, and as I mentioned, I have 1 skein of DK weight that's coming, and I want to knit another musselburgh. And I will see if I do the hole again, if this one works or not, but yeah, I would love to have 2 hats, because this one is a very pink. So if I can have 1 hat that's a little bit less in your face, it might be nice. Alright, that's all for the accessories, and now we're getting into the last category, which is blankets, rugs, and random stuff. So the first one is, again, the Arctic morning blanket, but I'm not sure I'm gonna touch it. I'm maybe still a bit too burnt out, but maybe in 2 months, in March, I might be ready to work on it again. We shall see. I just have 4 hexes left to go, and then join the 4 hexes to the rest that I have already joined, and then the border. But yeah, we will see. Next, I won't put in the garter blanket. I really won't cast it iron. It's impossible. I won't, so no point to put it in there. The garter blanket using the leftovers of Nutiden I mentioned earlier. However, what I will do, and what I already did this morning because I was waiting, there is a big fog since I woke up this morning, and the light was really non-existent. So while I was waiting for the fog to disappear, I did this. So this is using the leftovers from my friend's alpaca farm that I mentioned, and I need the brioche cowl, but I had leftovers. And I need coasters to put under my plants. So I think I will... There you go. I'm not even sure you can see it. But I have one already in another plant that's in my kitchen, and it just looks super cute and cozy, and I just want to have all my plants on one of those. So I wanted to use those leftovers. It's a little bit too itchy to make like a hat or something, and it's 100% alpaca, so it's very drapey, so I don't really want a hat in that anyway. And I don't really like brown on me either. I'm pretty sure it suits me pretty well, but I just don't like brown, sorry. So I'm gonna use the leftovers to do those super cute things. It's a jasmine stitch in crochet, and it looks amazing. I love it. It's going super fast. It took me less than an hour to make. However, I used 27 grams to do this guy, and I have 52 grams left. And 2 times 27 is 54. But it's jasmine stitch. I just need to make the little puff stitches a little bit smaller every time, and I can easily get 1 gram left less for each one of those. So 2 more to go, and it's perfect because I have 1, 2, 3 plants left that will need that, so perfect. Next up, I will... wow. I have a hot water bottle. I have a hot water bottle, but it has a store-bought cover. I mean, I bought it with the cover, and it's one of those plasticky ones. Let me grab it. This minky stuff. Super soft when you touch it, but usually when I'm cold, as I mentioned, it's my feet that are cold. And as soon as my cold feet touch the surface of this, even if it's super warm, it gets super sticky, and it just... I don't like the feeling. And yeah, this is kind of not great. If I have socks on, it's fine, but like when I'm sleeping and I'm barefoot, yeah, it's not the greatest feeling ever. So I would like to make myself a hot water bottle cover. But the problem is, I have a cover already. So this is really not very high in my priorities list, because it works, it has something. So I don't feel the urge to make another one because it has one. But I would really like to have one. But I don't know what yarn to use. I have some leftovers like that. I also have a black one. That would be perfect. I never thought about that. I should do that. I might cast on earlier than I expected. Alright, the next thing is something that I knit during the fall, even though it wasn't in my plans. It's one of the rare things that I knit that wasn't in the plans. And it's the Anchola pouch thing. It's super small, but it took ages. And I used leftover sock yarn that had kind of a similar vibe as this one. And it's doing this weird striping thing. It looks nice in some places, like here, but in some others it looks very weird, like here. And this one is way too big. What I wanted to do is this size, so this is big enough to hold a set of dice, because I play D&D, and I just wanted to knit a dice pouch for every member of my party. So I already have 2. This one is blocked, this one is not, and it's super weird. I messed something up with the increases at the bottom. I'm not using a pattern. Yeah, so I have 2 that are the correct size, and I would like... we are 5 in the party, and I think I will use those leftovers. I probably won't do the ankle leg warmers using that. I think I will do the pouches. That would be better, I think, for this yarn. And I have 3 more to go. Oh, I have yarn again. I have yarn that I bought specifically for that, because the self-striping yarn is fine for those small guys, because it's doing a motif already and it looks cute and that's enough. But I still wanted to do another Antrela pouch, but in this size. But I wanted yarn that was striping, but one of those super long color sequins. So I bought this, which is the Pullover edition 3. So this one is DK weight, I think. And it has this soft color changing, which will work much better for the Antrela motif. So I really want to make that. I think this one will be for myself. And I will give those ones for the other members of the party. Perfect, because with the leftovers of the socks, I can make 2, and then I can make 1, probably 2 or even 3 with that. We will see. But that's coming up. Just like that, we are done. That's all my fall winter knitting plans. So yeah, again, it's quite a lot. I am never gonna do all of that, but I hope I can get to half of them. It would be already pretty good, and we shall see. That's everything for my plans. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope you find some inspiration. It's mainly why I did that, and also because I was super excited to share. I just love talking about knitting. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and if you don't want to miss on the progress I do on all those plans and what I end up casting on and what I end up finishing or not, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I will post a new podcast episode at the end of the year, I think, and I will do a little bit of a year in review in that episode. I won't do a proper year in review video because I don't want to. Just thinking about it, I'm like, oh no. So I'm not gonna force it if I don't want to do it. So you can subscribe and expect to only get content I am excited to film. Yeah, so I have a next podcast episode at the end of the year, and then I film about every 10 days. Sometimes it's every week, sometimes it's a week. 2 weeks, it depends. So yeah, and if you have any of those that are also in your list, please tell me. I would like to know if any of those patterns tickles the fancy of someone else. If you maybe have the same yarns as me planned, that would be super funny to know as well. And yeah, I hope you have a nice, weird few days between Christmas and New Year. It's always a little bit of a foggy moment, and I think it's nice. It's when the brain stops thinking about what day it is, what we should do, what anything. So I hope you enjoy these weird few days that are coming, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!